Shalom. It's your brother Yara giving all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachach Wadash, for giving me the spirit to do this lesson. Shalom to the elect of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, wherever y'all may be. The brothers preaching and teaching on the highways and byways in sincerity. Shalom to all of you brothers. This is just a quick one. I'll get it. I got a couple scriptures here, but you see the headline here. The pandemic toll on Americans says 1/3 of Americans showing signs of clinical anxiety or depression. And we could have guessed that, and most likely it's a lot higher, because I would argue that probably that's what it was before even the pandemic, Like I think, it's going to be a while before they get a real sense of the numbers, but we know this place is being brought low, Now you have a couple people that are getting back in that happy spirit of going back out in the summertime, but ultimately the people who like own businesses, people who had money, who had to go through their savings, who got unemployed, a big chunk of people are experiencing a lot of loss in all this from Esau, the so-called white man, shutting down basically the entire economy, the global economy, really, It says a survey conducted by the Census Bureau revealed the startling effect the coronavirus pandemic is having on the mental health of Americans. 34 out of every 100 Americans are showing symptoms of anxiety, depression, or both, So as we know, the scriptures talk about this, I'll get this. Is Isaiah 24. It says, the land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled, for the Lord Yahweh hath spoken this word. The earth mourneth and fadeth away, and the world languish and fadeth away, and the hardy people of the earth do languish, and that's exactly what you're seeing, Only the rich really are, are happy about this, but even still, they got to be nervous, buying bunkers and stuff, But ultimately, they made out, Verse 5, it says, the earth is also defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. So this is what happens when you go off, It may take may take 1 year for the Most High to judge you, 5, 10, 100, In America's case, a couple hundred years, or more, But that judgment is coming, and really, really globally, Therefore hath the curse devoured. It actually says it here. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are also desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. So, this is prophesied, man. The new wine mourneth, the vine languish. All the merry-hearted do sigh. And that's what you're seeing in these numbers. 34 out of every 100 Americans, depressed, and that number's got to be, it's at least half, if not more, if not even 2/3, People are not really happy in America. People know that this place is just vanity, Once the internet shuts down, oh Lord, people, the suicide rates are going to skyrocket, especially among you women, The numbers are highest in Mississippi, where nearly half of adults are showing signs of anxiety or depression. And Mississippi has a lot of Edomites, showing you that these curses are transferring. And I'll get that in Deuteronomy as well. The reason these numbers are going up because these curses are coming off of Jake, and it's going over to our oppressor, The number of people feeling down, depressed, or hopeless has doubled. Wow. It comes as Americans deal with the rising death toll and economic uncertainty. I'll say that. Say that's right. I'll finish this in Isaiah 24. It says, the mirth of tabrets ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoiceth endeth. The joy of the harp ceaseth. They shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. And this is going to get a lot worse, you know. Just wait until that vaccine, they start forcing that on people, and the chip, which we all know is coming, you know, which is the mark of the beast. The city of confusion is broken down, and Babylon, America, is that city of confusion, you know, and everything under its influence, the West, you know, all those European countries, you know, every house is shut up that no man may come in. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. And that's beautiful, you know, because what did they take from us? Everything, you know, our identity, you know, they humiliated us. You know, they beat us, committed all manners of atrocities, you know. And this is just the beginning, you know. And the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction. So it's high time that the Most High starts to, you know, flip these curses on Esau in a major way. And that's basically what you're seeing happen before your very eyes, you know. It says a third of Americans are showing symptoms of clinical anxiety, depression, or both. And clinical means you have to see somebody, you know, that's a specialist, like a psychologist or a psychiatrist, for them to even classify you as that. So just imagine what the real number is, you know. Depression or both. New data from the Census Bureau has revealed the results are an alarming sign of the toll the coronavirus pandemic and the subsequent shutdowns are having on the mental health of the nation as unemployment figures soar and the death toll rises. Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Let me get this last precept, and then I'll shut it down. This is Deuteronomy 30, showing you that these curses that was prophesied to go on our enemies, you know. Deuteronomy 30:7. It says, and the Lord Yahweh thy God will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. And thou shalt return and obey the voice of the Lord Yahweh and do all his commandments, which I command thee this day. And that's what you see. The Hebrew Israelites are waking up, baby. Pursuant to Ezekiel, you know, those dry bones, you know. And that's why the curses are coming off of us and transferring on to Esau, you know. So that's basically it. You know, hopefully you brothers were edified. Call halal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachach Kodash. Shalom.